Dan from simonwoods.com. Maybe arrivederci, I don't know. I've got three wines here with Italian blood in their veins, and the thing they have in common is they're not Sangiovese. I've got another set of Sangioveses, or Sangiovese-based wines that I've got to do sometimes, but these aren't any of them. So the first one I've got is not from Italy at all. It's from the Adelaide Hills, and it's made by the very enterprising and entertaining team at First Drop Wines. And so it's their 2009 Adelaide Hills Nebbiolo Barbera. And the first thing I notice as soon as I pour it out is people think of Australian wines as being deep in colour. Well, I look at the colour of that, and you probably can't see against my... let's see if I've got something white here. How about that? It's quite a pale and interesting colour, which is unusual for Australian wine. Most of them are as black as the Ace of Spades and stuff like that. And it may not look Australian in colour, but it's a very Australian type of smell. There's a toffee character to it. There's a hint of mint, stroke eucalyptus, and there's this quite bold berry fruit. It definitely comes from a place that's rather warm, and there's almost like an iron type of character coming through, but it does feel like it's going to be on the sweet plus side. One of the reasons I did this one first, as opposed to the two that are coming after, even though this is probably the highest alcohol, is because when I've had it before, I did it after a row of Italians, and it was just, it looked a tad simple after those. So I thought I'd try it first and see whether I got it right that way round. But here I'm getting much the same impression I did when I tried the, I think it was a 2008. I'll put a link on the video or somewhere, you'll be able to find it. Yeah, minty, jammy Dodgers. There's a savoury character in there that has got quite an Italian accent to it, but still it's firmly an Aussie. So you get that licorice, you get that slightly baked berry character, and good, but no, not great. Actually, I'm just having a look at the alcohol on that. It's got a Barolo at the end, and the Barolo is actually higher in alcohol than the First Drop, which is, so we go 14% and 14.5% for the Barolo. But the one in between, Valpolicella Superiore Ripasso from Musella, 2007. And there's lots of Ripasso being made now. Once upon a time, Valpolicella was a light, almost chillable, Beaujolois type of wine. But people seem to be trying to make it in a bit more serious style, and including some of the grapes and the grape skins that would have gone for Amarone production. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, sometimes I miss that juicy, crunchy, young, gluggable Valpolicella. Sometimes the repassification or the Amaronification of Valpolicella is leading to bigger wines, but not necessarily better. Watch this space. Discuss. Well, it's got this bruised cherry and plum skin sourness to it. You can feel that damson skin type of character coming through when you smell it. And it's funny, it smells like it's going to be what I expect from a Ripasso. It's not trying to be Amarone, it's too heavy for basic Valpol, and not as over the top and heady as Amarone. It smells like it's going to be quite tasty. It's got those similar sort of flavours, those, what I call the bruised sour cherry and plum. But then it's also got a slightly bitter character, and I'm not sure. Yes, sometimes the bitterness will be coming from the cherry type of character, and that you get in typical Valpolicella. But I think a bit of it is coming from oak. This has been aged in French oak for about a year, and there's some green notes that this has given to the wine. I really wish that they'd actually kept it away from new oak and put it in actually those big old oaks, just to let it soften rather than take on oak character. So you get the aging process rather than the woody flavours and those slight green woody flavours that seem to have been transmitted here. So smells good, but doesn't taste quite as good. Might come out of its shell, might be wrong, but I'll report back on that. So let's see how we get on with the Barolo. Due Corti Barolo. Don't know very much about these guys, which is a crime, I know, but hey, let's just stick it up the nostrils and see how we get on. Grown up, tender, tasty, aromatic, toffee, roses, plums, cherries, raspberries, strawberries. It smells very tasty, and 14.5% alcohol, and it's probably been aged in a French oak barrel. Yeah, but you don't get any of those big vulgar winemaking flavours, for want of a better term. It just smells sexy. As with a lot of Barolo, well, as with I think of with Burgundy, a lot of the pleasure that you get when they're young is sniffing them, and then you taste them and you think, I can feel those flavours, but there's almost like this core of impenetrability. So I love the texture, and I think that slightly higher alcohol level is giving a warmth and softness, but there's like this core of something that's just saying, not today, I'm going to expand. I'm sure it's going to be better tomorrow, this wine, but at the moment it's really tasty, but I think that its best is a long way ahead of it, and I'm going to have another, stick my nose in and have a guzzle, but at the moment I'd be almost happy just to sit and sniff it. It's got that firm structure, but it's also got that, yeah, that juicy, heady fruit. But as I say, I think that this is a wine whose, I'm probably seeing it at 60% of its full potential now. It feels like it's got a lot of uncurling to do. So what time are we now? 3:30. Maybe come my steak at 7 or 8 o'clock. It'll be showing it its best, but wouldn't be surprised if it's showing it its best at 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. But pretty tasty now. Favourite of the three by a long way. Hey, see you soon.